That's right. Man, this guy knows his homework right here. So even though my web series, it's really popular, it's got like 7 million views and we've won a dozen awards, but it's not official Star Trek, you know what I mean? Like it's not a CBS official licensed TV show, it's just my passion project. We've done it at a very high production level, but it's still just my passion project. However, Star Trek Online is official Star Trek. This is a CBS, licensed production, and they cast me to play the captain of a starship. Captain Garrett. That's right, baby. So after all these years, I'm actually, I could say, I'm officially a part of Star Trek. Mobile Legends, Skip Beat, 7 Nights, One Punch Man. You like that show? Yeah, I played this character that had like 7 heads. He was a bad guy, and every one of the heads had a voice. Literally, we were like, okay, be this head, and I would follow that head around the screen, and like when he talked, that guy, and then you go to another head and change it up a little bit. They had different personalities, so that was fun. Rurouni Kenshin movie, Danganronpa, Sonic the Hedgehog, Orange, Token Ranbu, Galilee Donna, Drifters, Yuri on Ice. You girls. You girls and your Yuri on Ice. Umaru, Joker Game, Nambaka, League of Legends, One Piece. One Piece fans here? I sang like 3 of the One Piece theme songs.
Including the first one.
Thank you. This guy gets an A in this class. And then I played 3 or 4 episodic characters, but then I just got cast to play Sabo, which is pretty awesome. I'm really excited about that. And then finally, there's a couple I can't talk about yet, but one that I can talk about, I'm very excited about, is called The Reflection. You guys, check this out, all right? The executive producer is Stan Lee, and it's an anime-style superhero story, and I'm one of the main characters, this superhero guy, and it's really cool. I'm very excited about it, so check that out. The Reflection, it's called. Okay, so that's my list. So, okay, let's talk about anything you want to talk about. I will tell you, I'm an open book, like whatever you want to talk about, heavy, light, funny, simple. I have to sing something for you though. And I'll tell you why. Because by tomorrow, my voice will be shot. So I was feeling musical today, feeling a little musical, and I was feeling a little Journey. Sleep alone tonight, sending all my love across the wire. Who's a child? They say that the road ain't no place to start a family. Right down the line, it's been you and me. Loving the music, man, ain't always what it's supposed to be. Oh, girl, won't you stand by me? I'm forever yours, faithfully. I'm like, I want to say something. This guy's, are you crazy? Anyway, let's take questions. So who's got a question? Let's just start us off. Yes, my dear.
What is your favorite ship with any of the characters you've done?
Good, started that one off good. Didn't we? You know what my favorite ship is? The Enterprise. Psych! Yes, sir.
Arslan, when's the next season?
Oh, I don't know, but have you been watching? It's a cool show, isn't it? Isn't that guy, what's that guy's name? Is it Silver Mask? Is that him, Helmies? He's cool, yeah. He's one of those people, you know, it's kind of funny. You know what it reminded me of? It reminded me of Phantom of the Opera, because he wears this mask because he's so hideous under the mask, right? And they build it up and build it up and build it up, and you can only imagine how hideous this guy must be, right? And then he takes the mask off, and you're like, what? It's a zip! Like, what? You cut yourself shaving. You know what I mean? Like, there was nothing to it. It was just like nothing scary at all. Like, godgummit. Like, if you're gonna build it up, right? Right? Just like Phantom. Like Phantom of the Opera. I don't know when the next one's coming out, but I hope it's soon, believe me. Question. You had one, did you?
I didn't realize you did a voice for Danganronpa. Could you say who you were?
No.
Red-haired guy. Looks like his hair.
Red-haired guy?
Looks like
I'll
his
go
hair
with
was
that.
on fire. He was in the Killing Game.
You know, one of the problems with doing a lot of anime is you can't keep track of it all. You know, back, if you'd have asked me 15 years ago, like, what character did you play in such and such? I'd only done like, 10 or 15 shows. So it was easy to keep track. But nowadays, I've done over 300. And especially, and here's something else that's important to remember, you guys. Unlike a stage play, where you have to learn your lines, and then you rehearse the show, right, every night before you perform it. And then you perform it for several weeks, right? So then 20 years from now, you're still quoting lines. You remember your character in that show and the lines you said because you probably even remember everybody else's lines because you spent so much time with it. Well, with anime, you walk into the studio and they go, here's your script. You go, okay, and go. And you do the lines, and if you do them right the first time, guess what? You never say them again. So, and then you're on to another session this afternoon. So those sessions and a lot of those characters, they just kind of fade off into the past somewhere, you know? And you remember what you're working on now, but it's hard to keep track sometimes of some of the stuff you did. Yes, sir.
So you're creating Star Trek Continue.
That's correct. StarTrekContinues.com.
Yeah, so after
Shameless plug.
yes. And after what I just heard, what I want to know is, are you making your own soundtrack for it? Like, all the songs?
You know what? I love that you even asked that. And I'll tell you the cool thing, one of the cool things about Star Trek Continues is this. The original series music, the music that they created for the original series of Star Trek is very specific. It's very recognizable. It has a particular style and quality to it from the late 60s. It wasn't like today's music and TV shows. Today's music and TV shows really, how do I even say this? It's more soundscape. It's more like pads and sound effects and right. But it's more soundscape. It's not melodic. That's a good word. There's not a melody you can sing. It's not da 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 da, right? Bum 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 bum. Jurassic Park. You know, da 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 da. Superman. Like there's no melody. It's just sounds and pads and weird noises. But back then, it was melodic. There was a motif for different characters and different moods. And so when we started Star Trek Continues, I was like, oh, we have to use the original series music. Like, that kind of music, you can't even make that now. Well, that's not that you can't. It's a real orchestra, by the way. So where am I going to get a real orchestra, right? And where would I get original compositions like that? So our first 4 or 5 episodes